I think everyone has to reflect on what's important in their life, what their values are. I came of a household with privilege. I had teacher parents. I had always food on the table and clothes on my back. With my privilege, I felt I should give back to other people because I had such a strong beginning. I think service is a way of showing who you are as a human being.
Jan is probably the most congruent person I have ever known. She absolutely knows who she is, what her values are, what her goals are.
Much can be accomplished if you have people working together on things.
Is willing to try all kinds of things to see how she can achieve those goals, which really have to do with service. She will integrate that into virtually every aspect of her life.
I wanted to be a teacher. Carol had a very good reputation for turning out really good teachers, so it all worked for me. On our campus, we were in a time of transition. As I said, I graduated in '68, and on campus there were lots of opportunities. We studied race issues, we studied gender issues, and our professors, I think, encouraged us to question, and that was sort of the basis for me to, again, look at the world in a different way.
I had been about a year at the University of Massachusetts as a lecturer in international education, and when she started her doctoral program there. It was one of the requirements for U.S. students coming to the center, this is the Center for International Education, that they should have had international experience, which for the majority meant Peace Corps, because where else are you going to get it when you're a young person? She had an unusual background in that she had served in 2 countries and 2 different tours, fit very well with what the center was all about.
I did a lot of short-term consulting, and I made up my mind that I think I wanted to stay in the United States permanently and teach at a university.
We really got a jewel when she came to our community in her educational role.
I got a job in Central Illinois. I unknowingly stumbled into a university where they said teaching and service to the community is what we want you to do. I became much more, I think, in tune with the women's position in society when I joined the Peace Corps. So from then on, I've sort of said to myself, this is where I'm going to place my time and energy. If I have the talents and the skills to do something for women and children, I will.
Shortly after getting here, she started working on the Equal Rights Amendment.
Now I've lived in Springfield almost 35 years, and some of the things that I have tackled were I've been on several boards of our crisis nursery, Planned Parenthood. There was a group called Single Parents that I helped organize. I've been on several initiatives in the city of Springfield for anti-racism activities.
She has always been a fighter for the community.
She has been a huge asset to the Faith Coalition for the Common Good, and I am just so grateful and so appreciative for her heart, her desire to work with other people, and her commitment to justice. Since she's retired now, she goes to Florida, but she doesn't just go down there to lay in the sun.
She's active here in hospice and in her church, and she participates in many other clubs besides the Return Peace Corps group. She's been a volunteer most of her adult life, and I would say she's very passionate about her values, about defending her values.
She just has a passion and a desire to make the world in which we live in a better place.
I feel satisfied that I planted some seeds, which I think a lot of what we do in any kind of social services is to plant a seed, and hopefully something will bloom.